Yo, so this chapter is crazy. So chapter 1167, where we started off after 5 years after God Valley, we're hearing a lot of rumors about a huge, large, shadowy figure that's taking out pirates like every single time they come here. People are making speculations like maybe it's like those huge, like humanoid, shadowy figures from the Floridian Triangle and so on and so forth. When in reality, it was Harold all this time, just bashing pirates as they come and go. Meanwhile, that's going on. All the famous people from the Rocks and Roger Pirates in the meantime has been making big name for themselves. Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido out here making big claims. Ochoko and Shiki's out here trying to clash over territories and shit like that. Meanwhile, we see the Roger Pirates just fucking frolicking, and then at some point in this time skip, in this within the 5 years, Buggy just came along, and they would continue to make this into a legacy, but also a complete turmoil for the Navy. For it is what set off the great search for the King of the Pirates treasure, the One Piece. But meanwhile, inside Mary Joyce, we're seeing a big, large, shadowy figure, which is only soon to be Harold, who is getting assigned as a shallow sea contract. And in that contract, he gets to become a God's Knight. Not just any God's Knight, the God Steel. So pretty much like the hierarchy of the God's Knight. Apparently, there's also other um types of contracts. So you have the shallow sea contract, which is what Harold's in. Then we have the three. Then we have the minor pack, the deep sea and the deep sea contract, which those are for more like to get those. If you get those, you're basically becoming a true god or the Gorsites essentially. Also, with this, his dreams have now officially come true, where Elbaf would now become officially a nation under the world government. A few moments later, we see Garland talking to Harald. Harald's asking him for orders, and he's just confused because he's a part of not only God's Knight, but he's God's Steel. He's one of hierarchies. But he's just respecting the God Knight because they've been there. They've been there for longer. Also, even though I don't like Garland, I do like this bearded outline shit. Like, it looks better like that. I ain't gonna lie. Garland was like, yeah, whenever we need you, like, what I'm saying, we'll call you. But until then, roam free. You have that privilege now. And he did just that. And the first thing we saw him do 20 years ago is that he met up with the Fishman Islands king Neptune. So they're laughing, drinking, having a great old time, and they're talking about reminiscing of Harold's past. And because of that conversation went down the line of Neptune accepting the idea that Loki should become the husband of Shirahoshi, his daughter. Harold shocked as hell to even come to a conclusion like that, but I mean, like, he further emphasizes it's not that bad. Also, the genetics of your bloodline and my daughter knowing the fact that she's gonna be an ancient fucking weapon, I ain't gonna lie, that sounds fucking tough. Anyway, we fast forward to the Owl Library, Elbaf, and this is where we see Saul in there, and Saul and Harold is having a conversation, and since Elbaf is going to be a part of the world government, under the world government protection, and they're trying to move from the war side of path. He gives Saul the permission to make this specific section the library that we've known and seen in the first couple chapters in Elbaf. Either fast forward or backtrack 15 years ago, a massive event that happened within Mary Joyce, and that is the freeman of Fisher Tiger. As we see Fisher Tiger is running away, we see him running towards a shadowy silhouette figure who looks very similar to Shanks, as he tries to fight him, and his shackles has been freed. Not only that this person freed him from the shackles, he told him the location of people and armory. Meanwhile, we're seeing the Gorgon sisters, and Boa Hancock shackled, they're also getting freed, and while they're free, they're running for their life alongside with all the other slaves, and they have only one person to thank, which was Fisher Tiger, who also in this current time has made up has forged a new symbol, which is called the Sun Pirates. Word got out, and King Harald has now tracking on what just happened previously. But in the meantime, Garland wants to introduce to Harald the younger twin brother of Shamrock, Shanks. I guess they just in some way, shape, or form scooped him up under the surface world and just gave him they just gave him God's steel position right now, because he's not as prominent as Shamrock. Harold couldn't shake the feeling that he's seen him somewhere before, and I'm guessing this is just Shanks. I'm assuming this is Shanks acting and playing their part as he's being mean to Harold, and Harold just completely ignores the idea to think that he's similar to something. And then we see the two twins walking down somewhere. We're seeing Shanks and Shamrock, as Shanks want to take care of the person who even attacked the Holy Land, but Shamrock want him to wait until his eyes is fully healed, or the wound is fully healed. Shanks also begin to say that he hates everything down there. Again, I genuinely truly believe obviously this is him trying to play a role. But then we fast forward into Elbaf, where we segue onto Elbaf, and then unfortunately Ida is sick. The doctors want to call up Harald, but Ida doesn't want him to, because Ida knows that he's being busy with doing other stuff for this country. It's also been mentioned that whenever Harald is always coming back to Elbaf, he always goes to the elders to try to figure a way to legally marry Ida as Estrid. I think that's the other bitch name, the giant bitch. I think obviously that didn't pan the fuck out. Meanwhile, when it comes to the brothers, Loki just took down a fucking bull, wanted it to be cooked for the old hag, which is Ida. Meanwhile, Heidruden is going out to sea with his giant pirates to try to find a doctor to cure Ida. So both of them, in a very own weird way, or their own way, is trying to find a way to make her happy and to secure her safety. But then this is where we got the shocking thing, where we have an old person that's talking to Loki right now, and he's the one who put a little bit of poison in her drink or food to make Ida sick. As he said that due to the fact that she is not of pure blood or ancient blood, that she should not be able to gather any of the fortunes that Estrid have, since Estrid is technically his biological mother. Loki, rightfully mad as fuck, choking the life out of this fucker, asking him if she's not going to die, because besides the fact that that's the biological mother, Estrid, she never loved him the way how Ida does. And in this state, he says that that's the only mother that he's ever known, and the chapter ends there.